So I'm supposed to just let the high tide take me away, is that it?
Well, technically, it's not high tide until the moon is directly overhead. But that's the idea, yeah.
I've let myself get swept away many times. I always found myself in the eye of the storm.
Maybe you didn't have the right captain.
Nick.
Brooke, because I know how hard it is for you to let go of your past and move on, I know.
Thought I was moving on.
Well, not in here. See? Not where it matters. Hey, it's a scary step. But I promise you, where we're going is a safe place. And more familiar than you can imagine.
Where are we going anyway? Oh, I am just bursting with excitement. Nick is finally taking things into his own hands.
With Brooke?
Mm-hmm. He has got such big plans for her tonight.
So, Dominic's gruff exterior belies a romantic after all.
Yep. And that is exactly like someone else I know.
Sweet. All right. So, you're going to clue me in on these big plans?
Well, all I know is that he is absolutely determined to keep it fun and simple between them.
The boy certainly likes a challenge.
And if he can do it, then I really, really think that there's a chance that they could rekindle and capture that spark that they had.
And raise their son together, as they should.
Yes.
God knows. I want nothing more than to bring a sense of normalcy to this family. It just breaks my heart that Ridge can't even stand to be in the same room with Dominic. Then, Ridge is with Brooke. I mean, he tempts her. God. I don't know the relationship. It's just this. It's like quicksand. They take a step forward, then they take 2 steps backward.
It's rather unhealthy, don't you think?
Yeah, well, I can't stand it any longer. I am going to have a heart-to-heart with Ridge. He is my son. His pain is my pain.
Darling, do you really think that you're going to be able to get through to him?
Oh, Jacqueline. I did not build a Fortune 500 company by taking any no's for an answer.
You certainly didn't. Good luck.
Thanks.
Hey there, pretty lady.
Is this a bad time?
No, I just, how,
I got your address from Human Resources. I hope you don't mind.
no, not at all. Come in.
Nice digs.
Oh, thanks. Used to be Ozzy's, but came available just when I needed a place, so here I am. What are you doing here?
Look, Amber, just because we're not married anymore doesn't mean that I've stopped caring about you. You know, closing sharp designs, hanging up your sketch pad. That couldn't have been easy for you. How you doing?
Me? I'm fine. Okay. So I'm going through a bit of a rough patch lately, but I mean, you know me, I'm a survivor.
Yeah, I do know you. And you're a strong person, Amber. You're a good person. You lose your way sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I came to LA to find my way, build a better life. You know, and I've been given so many chances, but I just keep screwing them up. You want to know something? I actually expect to screw up. Isn't there a name for that, like a...
Self-fulfilling prophecy?
Exactly. Come, Brooke. I've hurt you so many times, just over and over. I'm sorry.
We've both made some mistakes.
Yeah. Fact is, I wasn't what you needed. Hell, it wasn't even what I needed. Now I'm just here alone. I have no friends, no life. When I think about everything that I had and how I lost it, it's just realize I have no one to blame but myself.
Listen to you, Amber. You're finally growing up. You can still do anything that you want to do as long as you learn from your mistakes.
Yeah, I have learned. I'm just afraid it's too little too late. Thanks for coming down here, you know. But I don't want to bring you down, so...
You're many things, Amber, but a downer, never.
Yeah, my little pity party's been a laughing minute. It was really good seeing you.
You too.
You shouldn't be here.
You're damn straight I shouldn't be here. You know, Jackie, I got a lot of things that I should... Actually, you know what? That's completely untrue. I've got nothing I should be doing, but that does not negate the fact that I couldn't sleep last night. Now, why couldn't I sleep last night? Oh, I remember. It's because of that little secret that we've been carrying around. You know, the one that could affect everyone's lives.
I thought that we had an understanding.
Well, you know what? Our little understanding is starting to get a little more complicated.
So what are you going to do? Are you going to tell Brooke? Is that what you're saying?
What the hell part of she might be carrying Ridge's baby aren't you grasping here? Jackie, Brooke has wanted this her entire life. I mean, my God, don't you think she deserves to know?
What about that sense of power that you loved so much? When you run to Brooke with this, you will have nothing left.
Well, I'll have a clear conscience. You ought to try it. It's nice.
Okay, let's, run with your scenario, shall we? Okay. You go to Brooke, you tell her. They run the test again. And again, it comes back that Nicky is the father, because believe me, I know Nicky is the father of this baby. And you will have disrupted their lives for absolutely no reason. And you will have squandered opportunity of a lifetime.
And what is that? Exactly.
I told you, Deacon, I'm a very influential woman. There are things that I can do for you that you can't even imagine.
Jackie, I got a hell of an imagination. But you know, if you're so certain that it's Nick's baby, why are you so anxious for me to keep my mouth shut? Would it be because we both know there's a chance that it's Ridge's baby? And that's why we're both here.
Hey there. What's on your mind?
You?
Me? Here I would have thought the head of Maroni Industries would have a lot more important things on his mind.
Ridge, you know there is nothing more important to me than family. As you know, I didn't have a family before. But now, with you, my firstborn, watching you go through this kind of pain day in and day out because of your feelings for Brooke, it is tearing me apart, Ridge. It is tearing our family apart.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry about that, Massimo, but I don't have anything I can do about it.
Let it go.
Excuse me?
The best thing for you to do is to let Brooke find happiness elsewhere.
With Nick, is that what you mean? Thank you, Massimo. Thank you very much.
Fine. You refuse to believe this, okay? But that's what's going to free you up, all right? It is going to finally open your heart to find some happiness of your own.
Oh, please! That is so much bull and you know it.
Look, you have suffered a tragic loss, no doubt about it. But every second that you dwell on it is a second lost. Please, please understand, Rich. When I say things like this, it's because I'm concerned. I want so much for you, my son. So much. Look, I'll even settle with a mere possibility of some happiness for you.
That's not gonna happen, Massimo. Not as long as it involves Nick sailing off into the sunset with my wife!
Ex-wife. Rich, I understand your pain. But I can also see this clearer than you can right now. You've got to let it go. You've got to move on.
What do you call having my marriage annulled then, huh?
A formality. If you don't back away and release Brooke, and release all this anger that is festering inside of you, you know down deep inside, Ridge, that this is the only solution. You've got to move on with your life as Brooke is moving on with hers.
I know that you're a fun person. I know that. We've had a lot of fun together. I want to recapture the fun that we've had, only 10 times more. If you're really lucky, I'll stop talking at one point today.
That's hard to imagine. I appreciate the thought, Nick, but that was a long time ago.
I know that. But let's think positively here, shall we? Think about the things that you've got to be happy about. You got a beautiful way. Stephanie likes you. Massimo likes you. Now that has to feel just a little bit good, doesn't it? A little bit? Huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
What?
What?
Smile. You're smiling. It's been so long since I've seen that smile. I forgot how beautiful it was. That's what I want to be my job. That's my job, to keep the smile on your face because you haven't smiled a lot lately and you got a lot of smiling to make up for.
I suppose I do.
See your hair blowing? It's a sea breeze. When it hits your sails, you have your best adventures. Don't let it pass you by.
is a chance that the baby is Ridge's, but there is an even stronger chance that the baby is Nicky's.
I'm curious, what are you basing this carefully constructed fantasy on? Is this
I'm
wishful
basing it
thinking
on
or
the
what?
fact that the test was run twice. Not once, it was run twice. And are you willing to throw everything away, risk everything to have it run again?
I gotta tell you, Jackie, I have given considerable thought to this.
Deacon, will you please just tell me what you want?
I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told Eric Forrester. What I want is an opportunity.
An opportunity?
Yes, I want an opportunity where I can finally prove myself. Now, if you don't think that you can make that happen, then I am gonna tell Brooke.
Smile, doesn't it?
Oh, yes. Yes, show my pearly whites.
I want to ask you something.
What?
What do you think the best time we ever had together was?
I'm not sure.
Well, think.
I'm thinking.
Think island.
I was gonna say that.
But why didn't you?
I was thinking.
Remember what you said to me on that island? Remember? By the fire, we were looking in each other's eyes, holding each other. You said...
I said, I love you.
No. No, that's not what you said. You said, I suppose I love you. You see, there's a big difference between I love you, Nick, and I suppose I love you. Those are very big differences.
Meant. And I still do. As a person, as a friend.
What about as a lover?
Oh, Nick!
What? No, tell me, what about as a lover? I've been very patient, you know. I've given you space. I've appreciated what you're going through, right?
Yes, and I'm very grateful for that.
Well, then don't tell me you haven't thought about it. Don't you see the cycle you're in, Brooke? Facing your fear can be fun and exciting. It doesn't have to be bad. But you gotta take the step. And if you fall, I'll be right there to catch you. You think we have chemistry?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, yes. Yes, we do.
Well, then come away with me.
I can't just leave Hope.
Hope is covered with Marta. She's watching her. I want to go back to the island where we laughed.
Oh, Nick, I don't know.
Ah, that is not on my list of answers, Nick. I don't know. I mean, for God's sake, Brooke, you've been crying for months, every day, pining over this situation. Okay. True, a lot of people have been hurt, but the point is that there's a child that's going to be born, and every day there's going to be diapers.
I
it's
said
gonna be...
okay.
You did? Good. I'm going to go pull up anchor before you change your mind. You're not going to change your mind, are you?
Only if you keep talking.
There's those pearly whites. Hmm? You're smiling again. Smiling again. She's smiling again, folks. That's big.